So as early on, I replaced this once before, this gooseneck, about a week or two ago, and it was leaking. So I threw a second clamp on there, thinking that I may have damaged the hose with the first clamp, and this hopefully would catch the break area with the hose and seal the leak, but it didn't. So now I'm suspecting that the gooseneck was damaged in some way because it was leaking. Lost about a gallon of fluid. So the antifreeze, it does a nice job of making a big puddle in the driveway, and but it kills everything that grows in the driveway. That's pretty good. I wanted to record this, but I inadvertently I turned off the microphone, so I have to do this voiceover. And a few times here I actually hit the camera too, so the video is not the best of seeing exactly what's going on. And really, it's really hard to see what's going on. It's pretty dark down in there. You can see how this is leaking. It's just kind of dribbling out. So remove the clamps and take that hose off. But the hose is kind of stuck. It got overheated a little bit when I was testing it, and it attaches itself to the gooseneck pretty well. So hard to take off. So you grab a wrench and twist it. I'm wondering if I broke the gooseneck originally doing that. I don't know if I did it because of the clamps. I could have done it when I took it off originally. Actually, this is the original gooseneck. They're plastic. Yeah, plastic on these cars. It's a 2011. Plastics do that. Plastics do not last forever unless they're in your body, of course, with these microplastics. There's too much plastic on this car. I had an air dam that I replaced that came off, fell off. Replaced it, and those plastic plugs that hold the thing in place, let it go again. Going down the road, and that thing came off completely and skidded across the road and into the median. I didn't go back to pick it up. I didn't even realize what it was at the time, actually. But there's too much plastic on this car. Also, you can't see what you're doing taking off this gooseneck. You can get the top bolt pretty easily. But getting the bottom bolt, you got to feel with both hands to try and find that bolt. You can't see it. I wonder if I had it on a lift, if I would be able to see it from underneath. But that's hard to say. So, if you had the air dam, you wouldn't see it. So working with two hands, I can hold the ratchet and hold it and allow me to get some swing. There's not much swing. There's not much room for the bottom bolt. You have to use a short 10 millimeter. Just struggling to get that out. Just struggling. So it's 10 millimeter socket to get that off. And you can see, here's how it's broken. There it's broken. It was exactly what was wrong with it. And this is the new Chinesium aluminum gooseneck with the installed included thermostat. I'm going to clean up the area, make sure there's no gunk around it so that the O-ring seats properly. It's nice that it uses an O-ring and not paper gasket. Can't imagine trying to put this on with a paper gasket. That would have been brutal. You can barely get your hand down in there to work on it as it is. As you can see, it's hard to take good pictures of it. I do not have the camera mounted on a magnet mount. It's using a flexible tripod that it really is just kind of hooked around some things, and it's not doing that great of a job of being out of my way. And of course I'm hitting it, knocking it silly so you can't see. This little trick of holding that bolt on as I go to put it in the bottom is to put a piece of tape around it and jam it into the socket, and it holds it by just pressure. It does a pretty good job holding it in place. So getting the gooseneck installed and getting the hose back on is pretty straightforward, but you still have to play with getting to that bottom bolt. And I dropped the ratchet a couple of times. I don't see it in the video, but maybe that was a good thing I was recording sound. There were times when, oh yeah, I was not happy. It was just, I hate working blind on a car. Oh, yeah, more puddle on the ground. That's all right. So getting the hose installed, and then going to bleed the gooseneck, make sure there's no air bubble in it. I've already filled up the reservoir, and make sure there are no leaks. And as I close up the bleeder screw, gotta wipe it down a little bit, make sure that I've dried it off, because of course it's leaked around a little bit even during install. And everything's copacetic. Thanks for watching.